Hi everyone, my name is Leanne. I am a sexuality coach, and today I want to speak about couples sex, and I want to give some encouragement to couples and some advice. So let's speak about couples that have been together for quite some time and that are in a loving relationship, but the sex part is dwindling. And let's speak about the scenario where it is the woman that is losing interest in sex. And possibly she is a little bit older, she is moving into menopause, and things have just changed. You're still in a loving relationship, you used to have wonderful sex, and the spark is gone, and you want to find a way to rekindle it. And usually the husband is a loving, caring partner, really yearning for his wife to enjoy lovemaking with him again. And she would also love to enjoy the lovemaking with him, but it's not happening for her anymore. She's not feeling sexy. She's not feeling in the mood. Yeah. So what do we do? What do we do? Now, the way I see it is you are evolving. Your sexuality is evolving. When you were younger, it was fine to be very focused on the genitals and that orgasm that you used to always enjoy together. But as you get older, things change a little. And I want to encourage the woman here. So the woman is losing interest in this purely genital focused kind of lovemaking. And I don't want to say there's anything wrong with genital focused sex. We do want to include the genitals. But the evolving that I'm speaking about is this woman is getting older. And she is wanting more. She is on a soul journey on this earth. And she is connecting with her body in a completely different way. She is not reproducing anymore. She's not in the childbearing age anymore. So the genital focus is not her main priority anymore. And again, I want to say we're not moving away from the genitals completely. We are still honoring them, but we are going to start including the whole of the person and the soul of the person. Because what I usually see is in a couple like this, as soon as we start working with the woman and touching her entire being, touching her entire body, there is an alive and kicking sexual being in there. But she has come to some level of maturity where she wants more. She now wants more. And her body is starting to demand that. And she's also getting to some kind of maturity where she is now saying, well, you know, the old way of doing it is just not working for me anymore. I love you dearly, but this is really not working for me anymore. And then I want to rephrase, we are going to rephrase what is intimacy, what is making love. We're going to start making love in a new way. This is what is asked for at this crossroad, is to start making love in a new way. So instead of hammering harder on the way that we used to do it, let's just stop the boat for a moment and say we are two full human beings evolving in our lives, and we want to connect to our bodies in a different way. So now I'm going to speak from the woman's side. As an older woman, I still want to be in my sexual, sensual body, but I want to be in my whole body. And I'm going to start insisting on it. And if the love making is always going straight for the genitals, going straight for the erogenous zones, going straight for that quick orgasm, I'm going to get bored because I want more. I want more of my soul in this love making. I want to feel more of who I am. I want to feel more of my creative energy that's not only in my genitals, but now flowing through my whole body. I want all of that to be recognized, to be seen, to be felt. I want to be made love as a whole human being. So the advice that I want to give to the partner of this woman that's getting older, this woman that you love, is when you interact with her, start from the outside. From the outside, moving in closer to the genitals. Don't start with the genitals. The male focus is often very much in the genitals, and us as women need to understand that the male focus will stay as the access point through the genitals. But I want to ask the men to understand that the woman's access point is coming from the outside in. So what she's asking from you at this point of her maturity is to start looking in her eyes. Start seeing her exactly where she is right now. Start seeing her wisdom, her love for you. See all of those things that she has in her. See all of that in her eyes, in her soul. And when you touch her, when you make love to her, acknowledge all of her. Embrace all the bits of her, the bits that are aging. Love them. The bits that are not as in shape as they used to be. Love them. Help her to relax into her body, to feel her whole body. She is vibrating with energy. I promise you, when you start touching her in this way, you will see that she is vibrating with love, with passion, with sensation. So touch this sensation that exists everywhere in her body. Touch her hands, touch her feet, touch her legs, her arms, her torso, her whole body, her whole skin. And that is how you are going to access her, by acknowledging her as a whole beautiful sensual being and allowing her to relax and drop into her body. And this is the way she's going to open up to you, so that you do also get access to her genitals. But she is screaming for you to embrace the fullness of her, to make love to every part of her, and to bring some maturity into the lovemaking, where the lovemaking is not always marked as a successful lovemaking only when you ejaculate or only when there's an orgasm, but that the lovemaking is right through the day. It's the way we speak to each other, the way we are with each other, and to start realizing we are making love all the time, the whole day. All our interactions are lovemaking, is lovemaking. The way we honor each other, the way we see each other, the things that we do for one another, and how sometimes it is enough to just sit next to one another or just hold one another. And if you can bring that calmness into the general love-making of being together, it takes that pressure, that chasing away. It brings a fullness in, a fullness of being together. The thing of understanding when I need my own personal space. If I've had enough of that, it'll be lovely to be together again, share space again. You know, start enjoying this very delicate dance of being with one another. And when you start putting those things into place, the slowness, the togetherness, the we are always making love, the I see your soul, I see your maturity, I see your love, I appreciate you for exactly who you are. I touch every part of you as sacred. It's not only your genitals, only your boobs. Every part of you is magnificent. She would like you to recognize that every single part of her is delicious and wonderful and great and sensual. And keep your mind present. Keep your mind present with each other. Keep those fantasies away, because we're getting to a level of maturity and emotional maturity where we pick up when the person is not present. We start demanding presence. Be present with yourself. Be present with your thoughts. Be present with one another. And you will see that love making will give you the most beautiful depth and fulfillment, both of you. Just try that.